Good afternoon. I am Candidate A, Candidate B, Candidate C, and Candidate D. Today I will start off this discussion by introducing the topic which was given to us. In order to live a contented and a happy life, there are various aspects that we need to work on. What is the aspect that is important to you? In my opinion, I believe that to live a contented and a happy life, the most important aspect that we as Generation Y need to always be reminded of is family. So why family is because our family members are the people that are the closest to us and have been with us ever since we were born. So these people care for us and they love us like no one does. So, for example, my one reason why I think it's important is because they are our support system. And for example, whenever we are in need of help, they will help us. Whenever we need encouragement, our family members will be there for us to give moral support and to always lend their help to us because they know that we will do the same when they need help, because that's what family do. And the second reason is because family entertain us. Like for example, our parents, they bring us to holidays, to vacations as a treat from our studies. And apart from that, our siblings also entertain us in a way that we can laugh at jokes, we can share crazy stories with our siblings and laugh with each other. And these special moments can be considered as quality time with our family and thus bringing happiness to our lives, right? So apart from that, I believe it's also important because our parents are the ones that have inculcated moral values to us as an individual. Like for example, my mom, even up to this day, she would remind me to make my bed, even though of course I would have already done it, but she would still remind me, just to show how important it is to be a disciplined person. Apart from that, to be a punctual person, to realize about cleanliness. So it's very important so that we all can we realize as the Generation Y that it is important to mature as an individual that is successful, disciplined, and independent, so we can survive in the future. And I believe that all these points result to us having a family which we can feel that we have a sense of belonging. And having a sense of belonging leads to us feeling that our lives are happy and contented. What do you think, Candidate B?
I can deny that family is important to have a contented life. But in my opinion, I think career is the most important aspect to have a contented and a good life. A good career will give you a stable source of financial income. So you will do not encounter any difficulties in your daily life when it comes to financial. For example, you can pay your monthly bills and buy your needs without no worries, and sometimes you can create financial security for yourself and your family. You also can buy your family a house or a car, and you can go to travel too if you like it and if you have extra money. The second reason I think a career is also important to have a contented life because people will around you will look up to you if you have a successful career. So sometimes they will give you compliment, and this compliment will make you happy and it will encourage you to be more successful in the future. And sometimes they do not look up just to you but also your family. And that is why I think career is the most important aspect to have a good life.
Yes, I agree with you because I believe that not only does happiness bring not only does success bring happiness to yourself, but it brings happiness to other people, those people around you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So what about you, candidate C?
Okay, thank you, candidate B. But I have my own opinion. I believe that social life is important to have a happy and contented life. So who are the people that I would choose for involved in our life? I would choose my friends. It is because when we have friends, we create bonding and relationship. So we tend to care each other, and when we have problems or share any opinions, and it helps us to be open-minded. I having a problem in my math question. I have this friend who always help me. We try to solve the question together. So this is a kind of friend that we can trust on and rely on. So that is why I think social life is important, because they can help us when in need.
But what if your friend betrayed you?
Yes, it is possible to have a betrayed friend, but I think we can take it as a lesson, and we have to be strong to face the problem and to be more careful in choosing a friend.
That's true.
What about you, candidate D?
Okay, for me, it is undeniable that all of your insights have its own rationales, but somehow, looking from a bigger mirror, I believe that mental health is the most important aspect if you want to have a happy and contented life. Okay, but first let me explain to you how is the real situation of someone that is occupied with a mental health problem. Okay, but firstly, if someone had a mental health problem, that it will of course affect their thinking, mood and behavior. So people that have mental health disease, they will some of the symptoms is they will have like extra sleeps or less sleep. They will also tend to be isolating themselves, tend to be isolating themselves from other people, cut their social connection with the people outside of their life, and in a worst case scenario, they will also be suicidal. And to take in account of these kind of symptoms, if you don't have if your mental health is not really that good, how can you achieve all of that three things that you have been stating before? Okay, say that if you have a mental health problem, how can you work? Because of course it will affect your working environment. You cannot focus because you have that problem. And if you say that you want to have a happy family, of course your family will be there to help you go through this hard time. But somehow, of course, it will affect your family in some ways. Of course, your family will feel sad and burdened in sometimes when you are facing these difficulties. And thirdly, if you say that to have a happy life, we need to have a good social life, right? But if you have a mental health problem, of course, in what way are you going to be socializing with the society? How can you interact with people? Because it will be so difficult for you to speak to people, to speak to other people, right? So for me, that's why I believe that mental health comes first before all of those three that you have been stating before. Because if you don't have if you don't have a good mental health, of course you cannot achieve all of that.
Yeah, I agree with candidate D. So what about you?
I also agree with you in a sense that when you have a healthy mind, then you don't bring burden to your family. So yes.
Yeah, that's so true.
Candidate C.
Yeah, I agree with candidate D.
Okay, so to sum up our discussion today, I think that we all agree that mental health is the most important aspect for us to have a happy and contented life. Because of course it will affect the other factors in our life too.
Yes.
Okay.
So thank you.